The Prelude is aimed to familiarize to the unknown campus environment, its faculties and infrastructure. It will not just enable you to make the requisite connection with our course, but will also be the onset of a healthy networking with and amongst your peers at this institute. The orientation program enables the students a smooth adaptation to life in the institute. It marks a new phase in the story of your life, but indeed it is a bit different. The preceding chapters were largely written by others, your parents, guardians, families, teachers and the like. Now you will be the principal author of the next chapter. You have the opportunity to determine the direction, the plot and the tempo of your own story. This can seem as daunting as it is exciting, as challenging as it is empowering. But the great thing is that you are doing something that you have chosen to do, not something that was chosen for you by others. And while you are here at Geetarathan, you will have the opportunity to learn new things, acquire new knowledge, develop new skills and enhance your personal attributes in profound ways that will equip you for life beyond these years. Geetarathan International Business School was established in 2004. Geetarathan International Business School is affiliated to Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi and is approved by all. India Council for Teaching Technical Education, Ministry of HRD, Government of India for Technical Programs and Bar Council of India for Law Programs. GIPS is currently offering postgraduate programs which is MBA, MBA International Business and undergraduate programs with BBA LLB, BA LLB and BBA. GIPS has graded A by National Assessment and Accreditation Council in second cycle. It is an ISO 9001 2015 certified institute. GIPS has been rated A+ by the State Fee Regulatory Committee, a fee committee of Government of NCT of Delhi and GIPS and GGSIPU University. GIPS has been rated grade A by Academic Audit Cycle of GGSIPU University consecutively from past 8 years. Also, GIPS has been rated number 2 by Times B School survey consecutively for last 3 years. I feel extremely honored to announce that our VC sir received ET Leadership Excellent Award in Education by Economic Times. May I now request Director sir to extend a green welcome to our guests. Take the opportunity to kindly request our guest, Queeny Pradhan ma'am. Now may I request Mr. Rajendra Pal Singh, Advocate, Delhi High Court. And now I request Mr. Dinesh Kumar, ACP, Delhi Police. Thank you, sir. I hereby now take the opportunity to kindly request our guest, Professor Queeny Pradhan ma'am, to deliberate the audience with your experience and knowledge. Her education extends from PhD in Modern Indian History, Center for Historical Studies, JNU. Her field of interest includes British Empire and the Hills, environment, social and legal history. And she has an experience of 17 years of teaching and research experience. Thank you, ma'am.
A very pleasant good morning to one and all present here. I begin this, I believe this is your first day in the law program, and I welcome you to this university, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, and the family, which is the number is ever growing with Geeta Ratan. And it's a pleasure to be here with all of us today on the first day of your joining the college. So it's a heady experience, it's a new experience. I congratulate all of you again. And I would also like to express my thanks to Mr. R.M. Jindal and Mr. Anirudh Jindal, Dr. Vikas Nath, and the faculty and the dean present of the law school here. This is my first visit to Geeta Ratan. And I must say I'm enjoying so far everything that is happening here. And to go back to the students, since it's an orientation of the students of the law program, I'm sure many of you have come with certain expectations of a college life and a law program. We all remember the day when we started our college life and the kind of expectations we all had. One thing which I would like to begin by telling all of you is that college life is completely different from school life. And that is the time which is a stage between your school education life to a transition to workplace. Your employment, jobs, professional livelihood, earnings, other kinds of aspects. So this transition becomes very important. On one hand, the hand-holding of the school will not be there in the college level, because now you have to learn to make independent decisions. So those decisions become very important for all of you. I would like to know from among all of you, how many of you have taken law by choice? Raise your hand. Those, all of you, those who have not raised their hand, why did they join law school? Anybody who did not, you can put your hand down. Those who did not raise their hand, why did they join law school? Okay. Since it is by choice, will one of you volunteer and tell me the reason why you came for the law school? Why do you want to pursue law? Anyone? I'm always inquisitive to know why did you wish to pursue law? Anyone? Front row. Yeah?
To gain new experience.
New experience. What's your background?
Commerce stream.
Commerce stream. So what do you hope to get from law?
I think speaking ability,
To speak in front of all. Is that all? 5 years down the line? What else? Anyone else? Anybody can volunteer. I am not questioning or grilling her. Anyone else? Yes. Pink t-shirt. I can see somebody here. Yes, you. 4th row, 5th row. Yes. I don't know the name, so I can't say. Pink t-shirt. You were saying something. You wish to say something? No? Anyone else who may wish to say, because I don't know your names, so I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. Who have joined this line must understand it is an empowering profession. You empower yourself and you empower others around you. Because law is not just about entering a profession for earning a livelihood. It is not an occupation, it is a profession, it is a noble calling, because you are fighting or standing up for justice. The sense of justice is very important in law. So understanding your legal discipline, your bare acts, your other kind of sources in law. Stand up for your convictions, stand up for what you believe in, stand up for whatever you think is underprivileged, unequal, oppressed, exploited. These are some of the things which you need to be conscious of. Why I like to begin with this with all my students, irrespective of wherever they are, because this is the sense of empowerment only you can provide to the rest of the members of the society. So you have a responsibility when you pass out from the law program. This sense of responsibility of trying to make your society, your community a much happier place. can only come when the teaching pedagogy is combined with your community outreach and extension programs. So you are not just studying law, you are actually practicing law when you are reaching out to the community, your surrounding around you, and taking up the matters and concerns of the community. Because law cannot exist without the society in which the law is. So both law and society go together in tandem. These are the ground rules you keep in mind, because as you are progressing, you will realize many of you may be running after jobs or internships. But internships should have a certain meaning while you are going for internships. You may be coming under peer pressure, you may be coming under your friends from other colleges who may say, first year itself I started doing internship. But please do not come under peer pressure, because college life is when you navigate your way independently. There no one else will be guiding you. Your teacher may not be all the time instructing you to do this or to do that. You have to take independent calls also with regard to your decision making. So I have been seeing a trend in various law colleges that the class, you join internships at the expense of your classes. Why? As the students tell me, one of the reasons is they feel that if they will not do internships from the first year, their CV profile will be lacking. They need to build up their CVs. But you forget that if you are not attending classes, you are missing out on the most important component of your college life, which is the basic understanding about different courses in law. The subjects are important for you to understand. Your foundation should be strong before you can actually go out to do internships. Practical skill is something which goes hand in hand in a law program. So you will be getting opportunities for practical skills, but please understand, practical skills must go with a theoretical underpinning. So your classroom lectures are as important as the practical component. Please don't try to be over-ambitious or impatient that let me begin with internships, classrooms I can manage. No, classroom is not about managing. Classroom is about interaction, studies, understanding. If you get this, I'm confident that most of you will do well in the practical part also. But if you do not get this in the first 2 years of the law program, it will be difficult for you to even manage your internship. Because a lot of interaction which is taking place at the level of the classroom actually prepares you for going out for the practical part. So my request to all of you would be, do not come under pressure. Please understand very clearly that Bar Council of India makes it very clear that internships are part of the law curriculum. And if you see the curriculum of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, every year there is an internship format. Due to pandemic, for some reason, we had to make up the time, so the internships were curtailed. But you do not do it at the cost of your classes, that is during the semester, because BCI is very clear on this, that any internships taken during the semester will not be recognized. Once you have your vacations, your summer break, and hopefully a longer winter break in times to come, you can go for your internships. As first year students, you should not be so much worried about your internships, because this is the time when you will be introduced to few law papers. You must familiarize yourself with those law papers first. At the end of it, when you have a summer break of 2 months, that is the time you start looking up, and what is important to look up is basically either going under an NGO, non-governmental organization, in order to understand what is it that you would like to be sensitized about. Because as law students, sensitization towards society is important. So in the NGOs, you will get first-hand understanding of what are the challenges of Indian society, what are the challenges of society in Delhi. Those challenges, it could range from any of the activities that you may think are the issues of social concern, and you should be joining with an NGO. Another option for internship for the students who are joining in the first year is they can go for internships with an advocate. An advocate who is willing to train you in the skills of drafting. Since you are coming in the law school, communication is important. The drafting skills are very important for law students. Because who drafts the legislation in India? It is the legal person, legal expert who is going to draft the legislation in the parliament. Drafting is an important component of legal training and all of you must be equipped with that component. So that is where you should be going to an advocate who has the time, because you know advocates are busy. You may aim or aspire to go and work under the best advocate, but the best advocate may not have the time to give you the skills of drafting, to teach you the different aspects of preparation of a memorial or writing of an abstract. All those things will only come step by step. So do not be in a rush to work with a very powerful advocate or in the hope that you will get internships and maybe future placements, but work on a very practical ground reality. So do your classes regularly. Go for internships at the end of first year, but go for internships which are feasible, which will help you either to sensitize yourself about the concerns and challenges of a community, or they will help you with regard to preparing your skills of communication, especially the drafting skills. They become very important. I have been in the law school for more than 22 years now. 17 is an old years of experience because that's website needs to be updated. So 22 years in a law school, these are challenges, these are constant concerns and queries of the students. At what stage should they be doing internship? How important are internships? Do not worry so much about internships. If you are good in your area, you are committed, you are sincere, you will get what you are looking for. But these 5 years are formative years for you, preparation for you to enter into the market, basically into the job market. So prepare yourself for the job market, that is very important. And how do you prepare yourself for the job market? How do you prepare? Anybody who is willing to answer. How do you prepare yourself for a job? 5 years you think is a long time. You don't realize 5 years will just go very fast. So how do you prepare for a job? What are the skills you feel are needed, skill sets needed for a job in a legal profession? She said communication. So certainly communication will be important, both written and spoken. Written I have mentioned to you. You will need to go with a lawyer and an advocate, and at a later stage, maybe by the end of second year or third year, maybe with a judge. But in the preliminary stages, early years of your law program, it would be better to go with an advocate which is part of the lower courts, because they are the best ones to train you. You go for a high court training, you go for a Supreme Court training, they will not be able to train you the way the advocates at the level of Tisazari, Patiala House will be able to train you. So basic skills of drafting you will understand from there, and then you need to also work on your communication. So which is the spoken communication. How do you work on that? Actively engaging in the time when you are not in your classroom, especially with your peers. Maybe in the form of debating societies, maybe in the form of different mock parliamentary debates or models. Outside the class, you will be able to develop your communication skills, overcome whatever hesitations you have with regard to speaking either in public or even among your friends. Because as a legal professional, you cannot be in the background. You will have the center stage. And to prepare, because you're going to be leaders of tomorrow, and to prepare yourself for that center stage, you need to work on your communication, the spoken communication, so that you are confident, you are able to explain your point with clarity and conviction. Even when you are in the courtroom, Indian legal system is adversarial system. In the adversarial system, you have two advocates who will be putting across their points of view to the judge, right? And what is the power which enables one to clinch the case? I'm sorry to let you know, but this is what it is. It is the power of logic and reasoning which helps in winning a case. And that power of logic and reasoning and what we call persuasion, the power of persuasion will help you in making the judge go with you, because in India, as we are part of the common law tradition which was given to us by the British common law tradition, we are judge made. The decisions are judge made. The judgments are given by the judges based on the argument put forth by both the sides advocates. So this is a situation in which your power of communication, of logic, of reasoning and persuasion becomes very important. So why I am telling you this? Because immediately after your 5 years of college, you will be moving into your profession. So do not fritter away those 5 years of college by simply thinking that okay, let's miss the college today, let's mass bunk, because these are options available to you as college students. These are probably the options not available to you at the school level. Maybe 11, 12 you may have still some relaxation, but by and large these were options and choices which you were not making, someone else was making for you. But today, in the college life, these are choices and options which you need to make. So make them with responsibility and care, because as we often say, and you are net savvier than any of our generation, as we often say that freedom comes with responsibility. So you will have the freedom to bunk, not to attend classes, to enjoy, to go out with your friends for watching films. Please do so, because otherwise 5 years will be very boring. Do everything that you wish to do, but balance it with your studies. That's very important. It may seem like a typical parent or a teacher advice, but it is for your own good. Why we say this? Because as you are attending classes, however hopeless we may be as teachers, still we may be able to impart you something. You may think that now for you it is the internet which gives you all the information. But even despite internet, teachers are facilitators in a big way. Because when you have so much of information, it's like an information glut, you have so much of information available on the net, you find it difficult to assimilate and sift through that information. How do you sift through? When you have seen the flour, atta which we call it, there is a lot of chaff in it. You have to sift through it to make it fine. So the same is you. When you are sifting through the information available to you on the internet, you are bewildered how to accept that information. It is your teacher who is going to be your facilitator. It is the teacher who is going to guide you at that time how best to critically read that information. Because critical cognitive skills at the college level are very important. If you do not have the skills of critically understanding a text or an information available on the internet, you will simply be herded. Herded, we simply be a follower, following everything blindly. Today we talk about fake news, WhatsApp, fake news on it, lot of information. Now if you do not have your critical faculties well developed, you will not be able to understand or to find out the right from the wrong. And as law students, these critical faculties assume even greater urgency, because you are dealing with people. Law as a profession is dealing with all kinds of people from diverse backgrounds. How would you read the people if you are not able to develop your skills of cognition and critical understanding? Your client may be fooling you, you will not be able to make up because you accept everything that is told to you on the face value. You may not be able to negotiate with the way how you are going to ask for your different fees and terms of payment. All those things are something which comes with the confidence in your interpersonal communication skills, people skills. As law students, you need to be a people's person. They are important for all of you. Another aspect of law which you need to keep in mind, I'm just flagging you the aspects, don't get alarmed, they're very easy for you to get it. Read extensively. More you will read, you will enrich your vocabulary. And not only enrich your vocabulary, as law students, you also need to be aware of what is happening around in India as well as in the world. So keep these aspects in mind, because when you are reading the newspaper or any editorial or any information or which is available to you, please try to assimilate and discuss with each other or your teachers. These are important things for you to follow. You may want to go for international law. You may want to go for any of the specializations which are offered in law. But for that, the readings has to be extensive. Unlike what people may say that law is a profession where everybody gets through and everybody passes the exam, let me tell you, still there is a difference between those who are well-read, because one of the important requirements of a law program is intensive research. If you are not a good researcher, you cannot pursue law in the long run. That is something you must keep in mind. And how would you do research? When you do a lot of reading. So please get into the habit of reading. Please don't think it is only about academic scoring. Today we are getting some of the best students in the legal profession, and that is why you have to maintain your academic records and develop your professional skills. They become very important. Another aspect why I say please be regular in your classes as well as even outside when you are with each other to be interacting on different aspects is law is a long working hour. It's a demanding profession. You do not have a job of 9 to 4 or 9 to 2 or 9 to 5. Your day may start early from 8 and may end by 10, because you know that and even later. I have students who have been working even later hours. And one of the reasons is because in law, after court, the judges have to prepare for the next day, and that is 4 o'clock or 4:30 when the court wraps up. The judges have to prepare for the next day, so which means they are studying. And if you are planning to be an advocate, then you have to prepare the cases of the next day. You cannot be unprofessional. You have to be disciplined. You may say, oh, I'll take a hearing on another day, but it only reflects on your unprofessional conduct. So to be professional, you have to be disciplined. Law is a profession and you need to be disciplined about it. So please take things seriously. I do not say that seriousness cannot have fun. The fun quotient is also part of your college life. So please do not miss out on that, but take the professional aspects very seriously. You may think only IITs or engineering or medicine demands this kind of a professional conduct. No, law demands a professional conduct if you have to be cut above the rest. I hope these things are clearer to you. Please be proficient. Today is the time when we are talking about internationalization and globalization. So please be proficient in your mother tongue, in your other languages that you know, but also the languages which are important for us, in this case English. It is not something that we should be saying that no, I'm okay with my mother tongue, I'm not okay with English, or I'm okay with English but I'm not okay with my mother tongue. You need to be bilingual or multilingual and be proficient in all. This is not a huge task. If you are already practicing it, you need to practice it more. Internationalization or globalization means that we are emerging as a hub where we are entering into a lot of foreign universities coming in, and also at the same time a lot of corporates which are in tie-ups with different foreign firms. So you need to make sure that you are up to date with your information and with your preparedness for entering the legal profession. So whatever practical skill courses you have, keep doing those, because as you can see the curriculum, in this semester of course you would have law of contracts and legal method, you have communication skill in the form of English where you would have grammar and different components of literature, and please understand literature is very important for law. Why is literature important for law? Be it Hindi literature, English literature, any regional language literature, because literature gives you a complex understanding of a society you live in. The different human emotions, different human personalities and characters that are there in literature actually are reflections about the people around us. Literature in fiction is closest to reality of human emotions, human feelings, human characters. So if you read your literature thoroughly, you will be able to understand these kinds of situations are something that you may be confronting as legal professionals. Lot of ethical dilemmas. Law is also about ethics and morality. So lot of ethical dilemmas are there, because you are dealing with people, and people will have different reasons for acting in a manner that they are acting. So as legal professionals, you need to understand the ethics of law. You cannot be biased even before hearing your client. So those ethics play an important role. Even if you do not take up a case of a client or somebody who discusses a legal problem with you, you must have the ethics to maintain the confidentiality of the client. If a person comes to you and says he or she has committed a murder, and you are a legal professional who needs to help out, what would you do? Will you give up the case by saying, no, you are already a murderer, why should I take up your case? But the rule of law requires you that you would have to take up the case or may take up the case. It's not a compulsion, you may or may refuse to take up the case, but handle it professionally. That is important because in criminal law we know the natural rights of justice. Everybody has a right to be heard. So the principles of natural rights of justice play an important role. These are some of the aspects which I am preparing you in a law program that you should be aware of. So more you interact with each other, more you adhere to certain rules, because institutions are there to help you, facilitate you with discipline. Please adhere to those rules. They are important for all of you. That will help you to groom as a professional, because what is a professional? Who is a professional? Professional is somebody who follows the code and conduct of a profession. So you must be able to follow the code and conduct of your profession. Do not look for shortcuts, because there are no shortcuts to hard work. With this, I would like to thank all of you again for patiently giving me a time to listen to me. All the very best to all of you for next 5 years. Thank you so much.
Kind words of wisdom, sharing your kind words of wisdom. So I'm going to felicitate Queeny ma'am.
You have already felicitated me enough. Thank you so much.
To speak with us, I'd like to introduce him, all of you. Mr. Rajendra Singh. Rajendra Pal Singh is a law graduate and completed his BA LLB from Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut. He is an experienced professional with demonstrated history on competence and consistency, possessing core litigation experience in criminal matters, matrimonial matters, and civil disputes. He has assisted in Bureau of Police Research and Development in his college days. He is practicing as an advocate in Delhi High Court and district courts in various criminal and matrimonial matters, as well as Negotiable Instrument Act matters. Also, he is the founder of Law Joint, an organization for the law students in which he conducted various webinars and conferences with eminent legal personalities under the mentorship of former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Justice K.G. Balakrishnan. He is also the founder of RP and S Legal Law Firm. He is also in the editorial board of Kamka's College of Law and worked for the betterment of law students. He has also delivered a lecture on legal awareness in IILM University, Greater Noida. He is also got awarded in Bharat Ke Maharathi Award for his work in the field of law in Constitution Club of India in 2023. He was invited in FIMT School of Law as a judge in moot court semi-final round. He was awarded fastest emerging social legal platform for Law Joint in Umrao Hotel in New Delhi. Sir, kindly come and share your words of wisdom with us.
Good morning to everyone. First, I want to thank Vice Chancellor Mahesh Kumar Verma sir, Chairman Mr. R. M. Jindal, Vice Chairman Mr. Vikas Nath, and all the faculties are attending here. First of all, I want to congratulate the students that you have choose this profession. I want that all of you please give a big hand for you. Big clap for you that you have chosen this profession. मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये प्रोफेशन स्टडीज के लिए नहीं है कि आप सिर्फ स्टडीज करें. आप इसमें जितना इन्वॉल्व होंगे आप आगे बढ़ेंगे. जितना इन्वॉल्व होंगे. एडवोकेट देखिए सबसे बड़ी बात ये होती है आपको ये पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन एडवोकेट एंड लॉयर. मैं बुकिश नॉलेज की बात नहीं करूंगा अभी, बट मैं आपको प्रैक्टिकल की बात करूंगा बिकॉज यू आर आफ्टर 5 years you are going to be an advocate. But can anybody tell me that what is the difference between advocate and a lawyer? Yes, please.
Sir, advocate has a degree of Bar Counsel.
Advocate?
Bar Counsel of India has the license for the advocates,
Okay.
not for the lawyers.
And lawyer?
Lawyers does not have a license.
Okay, thank you. Great. She has given right answer, but in the first we have to get license from state bar, not Bar Council of India. We have to take the license permission for practice as an advocate from Bar Council of Delhi. Because we are in Delhi, so we have to be registered in Delhi. So if you want to practice in Chandigarh, yeah, you want to practice in Haryana, so you have to be registered in the state bar council of Haryana and Punjab. So you can practice there. If you want to practice in Madras, so you have to register with their state bar. But you have to register only for one. Not you are going to register in Delhi. You are going to register in Haryana also. नहीं, आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते. आपको एक ही बार में स्टेट बार में रजिस्टर करना पड़ेगा. और एडवोकेट मीन्स यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग एडवोकेट. You have the license to practice in the courts. और lawyer आप LLB clear कर लीजिए, then you can do whatever you want. But आप ये नहीं लिख सकते जो एक हमें वो मिलता है ना कि नाम के आगे एडवोकेट, वो आप नहीं लिख सकते because आप रजिस्टर्ड नहीं है. When you are registered, then you can write your name as an advocate. बाकी मैडम ने तो काफी चीजें बताई हैं आपको एज ए स्टडीज, बट मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि आपने लॉ क्यों ज्वाइन किया. कोई बताना चाहेगा मुझे आपने लॉ प्रोफेशन क्यों लिया? कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट है जो ये बताए कि मैंने लॉ प्रोफेशन क्यों लिया? नोबडी. आपने लॉ में एडमिशन लिया है, लॉ में आप आए हो तो आपका कोई एम तो होगा. किसी का? किसी ने ये नहीं सोचा हम लॉ में आए क्यों हैं? अरे बताइए, कुछ तो सोचा होगा आपने लॉ में आने के वक्त कि मैं ये लॉ में आ रहा हूं या लॉ में आ रही हूं तो मैं क्या करूंगी आगे या क्या करूंगा। हाँ जी, आप बताइए। यस यू आप जो पीछे देख रहे हो। हाँ जी
सर, इंटरेस्ट सर मेरे इसमें।
हाँ,
इंटरेस्ट सर
क्रिमिनल लॉयर बनना है, ठीक है। आप बताइए, कॉर्नर में बैठे हैं। हाँ जी।
So I've chosen this degree because I have interest in LLB and law.
I will
In LLB in the law field. So
ओके, लॉ फील्ड के बाद LLB के बाद आप क्या करना चाहोगे?
Sir, I have not like think that too much in that. I will like study about like this. Then I will.
अगर आज आपकी LLB पूरी हो जाती है, then what you will do? आप क्या करोगे? आप ये सोच लो, आज आप LLB कंप्लीट कर चुके हो, आप ये सोच लो, then what you will do?
सर अगर आज हो गई होगी सर जो मैंने पढ़ा होगा उसी के बेसिस पे जो whatever like जो बेस्ट होगा उस वाली लाइन।
देखिए मैं, ठीक है बैठिए, मैं आपको ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि आप कोर्स में पढ़ते हो बट प्रैक्टिस में थोड़ा डिफरेंस है। When you are a practicing advocate, आप अगर practicing advocate हो तो जो आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में पढ़ा है वो नहीं आएगा आपको, या क्लाइंट आपका वेट नहीं करेगा कि आपने जो थ्योरी में पढ़ा हुआ है वो लिखो। क्लाइंट आपका रिस्पॉन्स इमीडिएट चाहता है, इमीडिएट। वो ये कहेगा वकील साहब मुझे ये बताइए मुझे कहाँ से वो मिल सकता है, क्या कहते हैं उसको, बेटरमेंट, मेरा कहाँ से फायदा हो सकता है, मुझे क्या कैसे मिलेगा। क्लाइंट ये कहेगा, तब आप कहोगे सर मैं देखता हूँ बुक में कहाँ लिखा है। नहीं, यू हैव टू डू इट, अपने माइंड में रिकॉल करना पड़ेगा, आपको माइंड में रिकॉल करना पड़ेगा। ये चीज सोचनी पड़ेगी कि 379 अगर एक आपके पास आ गई बेल, मान लीजिए एक बेल आ जाती है, जैसे कोर्ट में हम प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, उसने चोरी करी, वो लड़का पकड़ा गया, अब उसके पेरेंट्स आपके पास आए, वकील साहब बेल कराओ, तो आप कहोगे अच्छा जी बेल करानी है, कैसे कराएंगे। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू विल गो फॉर एप्लीकेशन। सेक्शन क्या है, तो सेक्शन जो है चोरी का वो 379 है। आपके माइंड में स्टक करना चाहिए, अच्छा 379 है, 379 में इसके पास 411 की लगी है, रिकवरी है तो 411 की है, अगर दो बंदे से ज्यादा है तो 34 होगी, कॉमन इंटेंशन हो गई। तो ये तीन सेक्शन जो हो गए इंडिपेंडेंटली इकट्ठे लग जाते हैं, क्योंकि अगर एक से ज्यादा बंदा पकड़ा जाता है तो 34 लग गई। अब आपके पास बेल कराने के लिए जज साहब के पास आप गए, तो जज साहब को पूछा, जज साहब ने पूछा जी वकील साहब आप अपने क्लाइंट के लिए बेल क्यों चाहते हैं। तो हम जनरली जो कहते हैं मेरा क्लाइंट इनोसेंट है, पुलिस ने फैब्रिकेट किया है केस, पुलिस ने इसको पकड़ा है और फला फला ऐसे करके हम उसको बोलते हैं। और जजेस को भी पता है कि एडवोकेट अपने क्लाइंट के लिए बोलेगा कि ये बेकसूर है, चाहे उसके ऊपर 2 केस और हों, तब भी आप कोर्ट में जाकर ये लिखोगे जी वाकई में ये चोर था जी, आप ये कहोगे जी मेरे क्लाइंट तो इनोसेंट है, इसको पकड़ा गया है और इसी बिना पर आप इसे बेल दीजिए। तो जज साहब देखेंगे ठीक है 379 है, अगर इसके खिलाफ 2-3 केस और नहीं है तो बेल दे दी जाएगी। और बेल लेने के बाद आपको जो खुशी मिलेगी वो एक अलग तरीके से मिलेगी। दिस आई एम टेलिंग यू दैट व्हाट वी डू इन प्रैक्टिस। बुकिश ठीक है, आप बुक पढ़ते हो, आपको एलएलबी क्लियर करना है, ये आपके लिए जरूरी है। और इसमें आपको बार काउंसिल का जो मेन नियम है दैट इज 70% अटेंडेंस। आप कॉलेज से जाओ कहीं भी जाओ, बट अकॉर्डिंग टू आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी 70% और बीसीआई आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी स्पेयर नहीं करती, आपके 1% भी कम हो तो आईपी यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं स्पेयर करती अटेंडेंस के लिए, इंस्टेड आपका कॉलेज लिख के ना दे। बट बीसीआई आपको 70% अटेंडेंस चाहिए जब आप क्लियर होंगे बीए एलएलबी। बीए एलएलबी क्लियर करने के लिए आपको 70% अटेंडेंस चाहिए। तो 70% अटेंडेंस के लिए आपको पहले 3 साल रेगुलर कॉलेज में आना पड़ेगा और उसके बाद आप 3 साल के बाद इंटर्नशिप के लिए जाइए। 3 साल से पहले आप इंटर्नशिप करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है, क्योंकि आपको कोर्सेज सेक्शंस का ही नहीं पता, आपको बिल्कुल लॉ के बारे में नॉलेज नहीं है, क्योंकि हमारा लॉ जो शुरू होता है इंटीग्रेटेड कोर्स में आफ्टर 3 इयर्स, क्योंकि पहले आपको बीए या बीबीए के सब्जेक्ट्स होंगे, एक आध लॉ का होगा, उसके बाद आपको जो सब्जेक्ट्स मिलेंगे वो आपके अकॉर्डिंग है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स है और टॉर्ट्स है, कुछ ऐसे आपके कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का है, आईपीसी है, सीआरपीसी है, तो ये चीजें आपको पढ़ने को मिलेंगी। इंटरेस्टिंग बहुत है, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है। पहले आपको लगेगा कि ये हम बोर कर रहे हैं, लॉ तो है नहीं इसमें, ऐसा नहीं है। थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा, आपके टीचर्स आपको साथ के साथ बताते रहेंगे कि आपको कहाँ आपको क्या फायदा हो सकता है। और दूसरी चीज जो मैडम अभी बोल रही थी कि इंटर्नशिप्स जो हैं आपको आफ्टर 3 इयर्स, 3 साल आपने कंप्लीट किए, 4th ईयर में आप जाइए इंटर्नशिप किसी भी एडवोकेट के पास, बट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स। आप डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट से स्टार्ट करिए इंटर्नशिप अगर आपने करनी है। कभी भी ये मत सोचिए कि यार हाई कोर्ट से करूंगा, हाई कोर्ट का एडवोकेट मुझे बहुत अच्छा सिखाएगा, नहीं। हाई कोर्ट में सिर्फ हमारे पास रिट्स आती हैं, अपील आती हैं। हाई कोर्ट में कोई भी केस स्टार्ट नहीं होता, ट्रायल नहीं होता, वहां सिर्फ आपकी क्वेश्चनिंग आएगी, एफआईआर क्वेश्चन जाएंगे, हम रिट्स में जाएंगे, हम अपील्स में जाएंगे, या कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मैटर हो उसमें जाएंगे हम हाई कोर्ट्स में। बट आपका ट्रायल स्टार्ट होगा डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट से। डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में आपने जो प्रैक्टिस करनी है वो 3 साल के बाद आप किसी एडवोकेट के साथ करिए। और ये भी सोचिए कि एडवोकेट आपको अगर पैसे नहीं देता तो ये मत सोचना कि यार मुझे तो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा, मैं नहीं करूंगा। इंटर्नशिप में कोई भी एडवोकेट आपको ऑनरेडियम नहीं देगा। हाँ, ये जरूर दे सकता है, वो ये कह सकता है कि मैं आपको आने जाने का खर्चा दे सकता हूँ, बट आप ये कहो कि मैं अगर पूरा दिन उसके साथ लगा हुआ हूँ और मैं प्रैक्टिस लगा हुआ हूँ और मुझे पैसे नहीं मिल रहे, नहीं। एडवोकेट आपको कभी भी पैसे नहीं देगा। हाँ, आपके 3 ईयर कंप्लीट होते ही 4th ईयर में अगर आप आ गए और उसको लगा कि ये बच्चा बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, बहुत अच्छा ड्राफ्टिंग कर रहा है, बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है, तो आपको ऑनरेडियम दे सकता है, ठीक है ना। और दूसरी चीज ये है कि लॉ जो है एक बहुत प्रेस्टिजियस प्रोफेशन है। आफ्टर 5 इयर्स यू विल बी द ऑफिसर्स ऑफ द कोर्ट। और जब आप कहीं भी खड़े होंगे, पुलिस स्टेशन में खड़े होते हैं या कहीं भी आप जाते हैं, यू आर द ऑफिसर ऑफ द कोर्ट, दे विल गिव यू रिगार्ड। ये नहीं कि वो आपसे, अब आप पुलिस स्टेशन में जाते हैं, जैसे मेरे यहाँ सामने सर एसीपी सर भी बैठे हैं, इनको भी पता है अगर पुलिस स्टेशन में कोई चोर जाता है या कोई नॉर्मल आदमी जाता है तो कैसा बिहेवियर होता है। और एक एडवोकेट जाएगा तो एसएचओ साहब कहेंगे वकील साहब आप बैठिए, पानी पिएंगे, वकील साहब करके, वो आपको नहीं कहेगा बैठो भाई, नहीं, वो ये कहेगा हाँ भी तू क्या चाहता है। बट एज वी आर द ऑफिसर्स ऑफ द कोर्ट, सो हमें इस प्रोफेशन की डिग्निटी भी बनानी है, हमें इस प्रोफेशन की डिग्निटी को कायम रखना है। कहीं आप जाओ तो कहीं आप लड़ाई झगड़ा किसी तरीके से कोर्ट में नहीं करना। हमें अपने आप कॉलेज में भी और हमें अपने प्रोफेशन में भी पूरी डिग्निटी मेंटेन करनी है। बिकॉज आप सोचोगे मुझे यार क्या है, मैंने झगड़ा कर लिया, पर आपको लाखों लोग देख रहे हैं।
We are in different chowkis. As ACP, Mandavali, Madhuviyar, Pandavnagar, East Delhi. As ACP Operation, West Delhi, Outer District, ACP Operations, ACP Corporation with Crime Against Women, SEM, Special Executive Magistrate, and now currently for orientation programs associated with STC. So can you please have you and share your knowledge with us?
Myself, ACP Dinesh Kumar, Assistant Commissioner, Delhi Police. पुलिस और एडवोकेट, क्योंकि आप एक एडवोकेट के लिए आए हैं, फर्स्ट सेक्रेटरी हमारे डायरेक्टर विकास जी और मैडम चलेगी डीन मैडम, हाई कोर्ट में राजेंद्र कौर एडवोकेट साहब, all professors, students and everybody. Good morning for everybody, and I am thankful to Vikas sir, he called me, and when I saw you, we remember our college life also. But that time was so different time. And you joined as an advocate, and you will be advocate. Admission is very difficult. If you get admission, you will be advocate. After 5 years, good liaison with the police and advocate and doctors. 3, doctor, advocate and police. There must be good liaison. Then we can do everything. Recently, advocate sir, he told you, and madam also, so many questions, so many details they were told. But I will not tell about this. I will tell you about the practical life. First thing, I was also special executive magistrate. Without advocate, nobody can take bail. Advocate is very important in life also. So many times, some person, and advocates have also told you, police can arrest without any reason also. How? Anybody is going anywhere. Plantation होती है, होती थी, होती भी रहेगी. कुछ real and some wrong also. But who will save you? Only advocate. Madam was asking why join the advocate, and advocates are also asking why join. You must speak out. You must stand up. If we know about the knowledge, if you get the knowledge, you will be more powerful. अम्बेडकर साहब ने क्या कहा? एक एजुकेशन ऐसी है, ऐसा तलवार है जो सबको काट देती है और ऊपर लेके जाएगी. So you must get education. When you come in the college, you must listen every lecture. In second year, third year, you will get IPC, CRPC evidence. And you must know the whole section. Your neighbor will ask. आपके पड़ोसी पूछेंगे आपसे कि हमारी गाड़ी चोरी होगी, which section we can apply, and you don't know, कहेंगे किस बात का एडवोकेट है. But you get the knowledge from this college, then after practice ये बात की बातें होंगी. But you must get the knowledge also. If you have the knowledge, and second thing, he told also about advocate when he entered in the college also, the head constable and other staff. Why you are standing here? Why you came in the police station? But you will disclose your identification. I am advocate. I am coming from Karkatuma, Sadhara, Patiala, or any other court. And they will call down. You are working, sir. He knows. He can complain also. And he can register also in the court also. So many times, मुझसे तो कभी किसी एडवोकेट का ना कभी झगड़ा हुआ ना कभी हो. But behavior is must. If you have a good behavior, no problem. If you speak politely, if you speak properly, कोई आपसे नहीं करेगा. But ego cracks. Why ego? When a head constable is in the ground and with the dress, he thinks himself he is police of this area and is the king of this area. But no. There are 3. First, legislation. Second, executive. Third, judiciary. Police work is only execution, executive powers. He can arrest the accused. He can't punish. He will have to produce in the court. And judge, he will decide. But who will help? Only advocate. One side, government advocate. Second side, accused advocate. If you have the knowledge, if you know how to save my person, accused, then you can do something else. Otherwise, no. If you have no knowledge, very difficult to save him. Because every accused, he will give you fees, money, I will save. You can save the only advocate. When police person also arrested, who will save? You will have to do the advocate also. उसे भी एडवोकेट करना पड़ेगा, उसे वकील की जरूरत पड़ेगी. पुलिस वाले कहीं किसी का मान ली अदरवाइज किसी ने जोर से हिट किया, डंडा मार दिया, टांग टूट गई, and he lodged a complaint against police person. The case will be registered against him. Then he will have to also the advocate. उसको कभी advocate ना पड़ेगा अपना. वो भी लिखा है advocate. कहेगा sir help me. Then he knows the value of the advocate. So I have so many friends advocates, and I did also LLB. Then I joined Delhi Police. Because there are so many others also ask me, why you joined the police? And madam and advocate also were asking, why join LLB? You must stand and you must speak. I want to know the logic, and I will save the accused also, and I will do something. I will become a judge, I will become the higher advocate. You must say, you must speak out. Don't be hesitate. You come in the college, you are not in the school. A lot of difference between school and college. School is just like well-off, and college is just like sea, smoother, free है, liberty है. School में इतनी liberty नहीं, जितनी यहाँ liberty है. If you get something knowledge, you can do help. मेरे पास women's help भी था, CAW's help, crime against women's help. 2000 complaint थी. मेरे पास special executive magistrate, 751, CRPC. The accused was arrested in the produced in the HM court, special executive magistrate. But who said that? Advocate, they appear so many times. Sir is very simple, sir is very innocent. Police unnecessarily arrest him. तो आपको अपने बचाव के लिए भी और एक्यूज के बचाव के लिए भी नॉलेज कहते हैं, ignorance no excuse. So many times, if you are coming in the bus, one person he slap you, and other is also slap him, and he hit with the bus and dead there. Not amount to murder. आपकी इच्छा सबक सिखाने की, लेकिन मर जाता है, तो वहाँ एडवोकेट की जरूरत पड़ेगी. क्यों हुआ? कई बार so many times self defense में भी होता है. When anybody come in the night, get handy to any crime, there is self defense में you can hit him also. मार सकते हो उसको थप्पड़, मुक्का, डंडा, कुछ भी. उसे बोलते हैं self defense. तो self defense is must. If you are going anywhere, you are visiting anywhere, your definitely he will ask you, my daughter, she married a person, and they are torturing, which section we can apply? You should know the knowledge also. Which section we can apply? Where we can lodge a complaint? How we can save? How we can get the help? Then, if you have the knowledge, you can tell him. You have no knowledge, nothing else. Knowledge is must. LLB is a very interesting subject. When you read in the IPC also, you will feel more happy. Robbery, dacoity, murder, kidnapping, so many cases you will see, and you will feel more happy. Yeah, the advocate. When you read the advocate dress, you get up more. Okay, I am advocate. और जैसे कहते हैं एडवोकेट इस कोर्ट में, जिस तरह पुलिस थाने में चोर होकर चलती है, वकील ऐसे चोर होकर चलते हैं कोर्ट में. आप देखना पड़ेगा, फैल के चलेंगे. कोई भी आएगा, पुलिस वाला भी आएगा, वो एक साइड में होगा, लेकिन वह चीज चलता रहेगा. क्यों? Because he is the advocate in the court. So advocate is very brave. There are so many students. You may be the judges also. You may be in the futures government advocates, labor law, income tax, so many. But police person is only one. He deals with all cases. Cheating, murder, robbery, dacoity, all in one. Just like orchestra. और orchestra देखा आपने बजता हुआ, एक ही आदमी सब बजाता है. इसी तरह पुलिस है. Every case you will have to deal in the police station. Every case. Women's murder, dacoity, robbery. There are so many cases we have to. During my service period, I have seen join as a sub-inspector, SSO, to ACP, so many areas, east, west, outer, and other also district. But if you will get interest, any professor, he teaching any lesson, anything. If he is teaching IPC, you must listen and write down on the notebook also. If the category section, robbery, kidnapping, you write down on the notebook and remember at the home also. Early in the morning, it will take some time. In IPC पल्स 11 सेक्शन 511 है, काम की 100 सेक्शन भी नहीं होंगे, क्योंकि वो कई साल काम कितनी होंगे, 100 से ज्यादा नहीं होंगे, अलग अलग है, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। अगर आप if you remember, suppose sorry, मैं 2-3 चीजें आपको बताऊंगा और याद हो जाएंगे, and you remember, any outside में, any theft, गाड़ी की चोरी, साइकिल चोरी, घर से बाहर 379 लगेगी, हर चोरी में कहीं भी है। और फॉर योर नॉलेज, आप अपने घर बैठ के, आप कंप्यूटर से, आप कभी भी जाए, and you can lodge a complaint also at home. अब ये ऐसी फैसिलिटी हुई आपको। First, I am telling you my experience when any car, any scooter, and theft. When I was SHO, okay, you come tomorrow. वो नेक्स्ट डे आता ही नहीं था। फिर कहते थे, अरे तुम्हारा टाइम तो कम था, आप 2 दिन के बाद आइए। More than 3, 5, 6 days. Then register the case about theft of car. Very difficult. Now you can lodge a complaint, you can lodge a FIR at your home by your phone also. You go to the, you don't know to go to police station. No, कोई जरूरत नहीं. Any house, any buildings, any theft, only 380, 380. और ताला तोड़ के हुई 454 डे में, रात को 457 457 IPC. If any servant he theft anything 381 only 3 section. बात स्टोरी की यही है, इसके अलावा नहीं। अगर आप ऐसे पढ़ेंगे, आपके प्रोफेसर पढ़ाएंगे, आप उसको अच्छे से आप इंजॉय कीजिए, क्योंकि लाइफ इज फर्स्ट सेल्फ डिफेंस। हमें कोई कंप्लेंट किसी की नहीं। But when I think I am the egoistic, why I talk to them? Because advocate की वजह से आपको न्याय मिल सकता है। एडवोकेट ही आपको न्याय दिलाएगा। अगर एडवोकेट अच्छा होगा तो आपको कहीं भी जाएंगे, कोई भी केस होगा, totally depend on the advocate. First you get the study, then after practical. पहले but स्टडी में आपको पता ही नहीं कौन सी सेक्शन लगेगी, मुझे इसे क्या पूछना है क्या नहीं है। तो आप यहाँ से अच्छा सीख के जाइए, अच्छे उसकी नॉलेज हो, आपके पूरे एनसीआर में नाम आए, किसी कोर्ट में जाए, कहाँ से आए हो, आप ये देखिए आपके लिखा है कि अभी हम तो गीता इंटरनेशनल उस स्कूल से आए। आप अपना नाम उत्साह नहीं कर रहे, आप अपने स्कूल का भी करेंगे, आप इंस्टीट्यूशन का भी करेंगे जहाँ से आपने एजुकेशन लिया है। अच्छा एडवोकेट होगा, पूछेंगे भाई आपने कहाँ से किया है, You feel more proud कि जी मैंने वहाँ से किया। You must always be calm, peaceful. But I have seen so many times, so many young this generation very aggressive, very aggressive. Forget the aggression. You must enjoy the college life. You must study properly. You must get some knowledge. Then you can aggressive. Not this time. Student life is very much important for you. You must get the section and listen the section and remember the section. You must know about the all laws. कहते हैं ignorance of law is no excuse. कई आदमी कहते मुझे पता ही नहीं था जी कि अगर इसके when we will hit him काम टूट जाएगी, केस होगा, पता होना चाहिए उसको। आपको अगर एक एडवोकेट एरिया में है, तो मैं सदात साहब आपको बता देना चाहता हूँ फॉर योर नॉलेज, अगर एक एडवोकेट रहता है तो वो पूरे मोहल्ले के नाक में दम कर सकता है।
बिल्कुल सर।
कभी ये रिट लगाएगा, कभी कंप्लेंट लगाएगा, कभी उसको तो फीस देगी नहीं। दूसरे जो ग्रुप हो उसको दे विल हैव टू फीस।
सर अगर एक बोर्ड लगा देता है वो अपने घर पे, तो पुलिस वाला भी आता है तो ये कहते हैं वकील साहब क्या हाल है, ठीक है,
उसको मैंने टोल्ड ऑलरेडी
वकील साहब क्या हाल है
कि अगर पुलिस का भी कोई केस होता है, पुलिस ने किसी को मार दिया, टांग टूट गई, कस्टडी डेथ हो गई, किसी एंटी करप्शन में पकड़ा गया, who will save him? Advocate. You will have to manage for advocate, good advocate, and you will ask who is the expert advocate, मर्डर के कौन है, एंटी करप्शन का कौन है, कौन सा ऐसा है जो हमें रिलीफ देगा, हमें इससे बचाएगा, उसे भी जरूरत पड़ेगी। तो मैं तो पहले से कई बार किसी को मैं केस भी दे देता तो मुझे पूछते थे कि जी आपका क्या वो करे, मुझे ये कहता था कभी हमें जरूरत पड़ जाए तो फ्री में हमारी एडवोकेसी करना, हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि एडवोकेट इज वेरी इन जुडिशरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आप एडवोकेट है, उसके बाद ही आप अगर आपने लॉ किया है तो आप जज का एग्जाम भी तभी दे सकते हैं, आप सरकारी वकील भी तभी बन सकते हैं, लेबर लॉ में बन सकते हैं, आप इनकम टैक्स से बन सकते हैं। तो नॉलेज इज मस्ट। कोई भी होता है, बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां हैं वो हायर करती है एडवोकेट को, परमानेंट रखती है, इवन दो आपकी फॉर योर नॉलेज। सर डे साहब, डॉक्टर साहब, आपकी नॉलेज के लिए बता रहा हूँ, ये जितने सांसी है जो शराब बेचते हैं ये तो परमानेंट एडवोकेट रखते हैं, कहते हमारा 50,000 रुपए पर मंथ है, जब भी पकड़े जाएंगे आप ही देखोगे, परमानेंट रखते हैं। कोई भी बात होती है, बड़े बड़े बिजनेसमैन है, अरबों खरबोपति है, एनीथिंग हैपन, कुछ भी हो जाता है, वो कहते हैं मेरा एडवोकेट बात करेगा, मुझे नहीं पता।
इवन चोरों ने भी आजकल
He doesn't know that law.
इवन चोरों ने भी रखनी शुरू कर दी है, क्योंकि उनको पता है हमने चोरी करनी है और हमें पकड़ लेंगे।
देखिए चोर तो हमेशा, मैं इसके बारे में भी एक दो एग्जाम्पल बताऊंगा आपको जो पुलिस ऐसे हैं। हमने एक मधु बिहार में एक ऐसे मर्डर को पकड़ा जिसने 6-7 मर्डर किए हुए थे। वो एक सोसाइटी के बाहर वैसे ही खड़ा हो गया, तो सोसाइटी ने पकड़ लिया उसे, ये हमारी सोसाइटी के बाहर क्यों है। जब उसे इंटरोगेशन किया, मैंने खुद इंटरोगेट किया उसे, उसने कहा सर हमने तो कई मर्डर किए, कई वारदात किए, और हम तो अभी वारदात करने के लिए आए थे कि हमें अपने एडवोकेट को फीस देनी थी, इसीलिए तो वो थोड़ी डिफेंसिव करके फीस देते हैं।
ये जेन्युइन बात है, ऐसे ही करते हैं।
वो कहते हैं जी हमारे पास केस आ गए, जैसे छूट के आएंगे तिहाड़ से, इमीडिएटली आफ्टर 1 month 15 days फिर वारदात करेंगे।
They are habitual ना, they are habitual।
अगर नहीं करेंगे तो फिर फीस कहां से देंगे, उसको बचना भी है।
वो कहते हैं जेल में रहेंगे तो
और कहते हैं
मोटे होते हैं।
ऐसे हार्डकोर क्रिमिनल सभी मिले, when I was in Prelude area, उसने कम से कम 20 चोरी की, एक पैसी ले ली थी अबाउट 75, उसकी 25 घड़ी कुदरती वो बेच नहीं पाया, उसके घर से मिल गई। 25 was when she came in the police station, she was weeping, रोते रोते बेहोश हो गई, उसे पानी पिलाया, मतलब ये मरना जाए यहाँ और एक दिक्कत हो जाए। बोले वो इतनी सेंटिमेंटल थी कि मेरी घड़ियां मुझे मिल गई और बड़ी हो, और उससे हमने काफी रिकवरी के बारे में पूछा। वो अपनी मदर को, क्योंकि नेपाली था, सारा सोना वगैरह देके मदर को नेपाल भेज दिया, नेपाल पुलिस जा ही नहीं सकती। अब पब्लिक क्या कहती है कि ये तो जी सोना पुलिस खा गई। What is the real fact? फैक्ट ये है कि उसकी माँ लेके चली गई, लेकिन कंप्लेंट होगी पुलिस की। एक बार वेरी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन, बट वी मस्ट बिहेव प्रॉपर्ली। आप कहीं भी जा रहे हैं और आप उसे प्रॉपर्ली, आप पुलिस स्टेशन में इफ यू गो एंड के आई एम एडवोकेट, अगर वो आप उसे बताइए, मैं आपको अपने से प्रैक्टिकली बता रहा हूँ। वकील साहब, आई वाज इन तिलक नगर एरिया, तो मेरे हेड कांस्टेबल आए, तो भीड़ में काफी आए थे। हमारे के हेड कांस्टेबल ने जैसे वो घुसा, वकील को थप्पड़ मार दिया जेल का। अब जैसे थप्पड़ मारा, तो थप्पड़ मारने के बाद उसको इमीडिएटली गया और उसने फोन किया एसीपी को कि भी मैं जैसे कल हाई कोर्ट का भी एडवोकेट हूँ और मैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट जाता हूँ, 30,000 में स्ट्राइक कराऊंगा कल। एसीपी कॉल मी, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग, कितने थप्पड़ मारा उसको, क्यों मारा, अब हमें भी नहीं पता था। अभी देखिए रात को इन द इवनिंग 11 o'clock नाइट, मैंने कहा कि मैं आउटसाइड खड़ा हूँ घर पे, मेरी जरूरत पड़े बताना। 2-3 पुलिस वाले, एक थानेदार, सभी इंस्पेक्टर को हमने भेजा कि इसे जाओ। मैंने कहा जी वो पता नहीं था कि आप एडवोकेट हो, तो गलती में गुस्से में जल्दी से लग गया होगा, एंड फील सॉरी। वहां जाके सॉर्ट आउट किया, नहीं तो सुबह स्ट्राइक होती और वो हो सकता है सस्पेंड भी होता, लाइन हाजिर भी होता। अभी आपने देखा है कि वी मस्ट बिहेव प्रॉपर्ली, जल्दबाजी नहीं करनी चाहिए। मैं तो हमेशा कहीं भी जाता हूँ, लेक्चर भी देता हूँ और इंडियन कोर्स में सबसे पहले मैं यही कहता हूँ, यू मस्ट बिहेव प्रॉपर्ली। काम हो या ना हो, मत हो, नहीं है। इफ यू आर अरेस्टेड दैट न्यूज़, उसको पता है सिंपली भाई इसने ये जुर्म किया है, ही इज अरेस्टेड एंड ही इज नॉट, यू मस्ट स्पीक आउट, वी कांट हेल्प। अगर नहीं अरेस्ट किया तो सॉर्ट आउट करा दे, उसको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। लेकिन कहीं आएंगे, अच्छा तुम एडवोकेट हो, एडवोकेट और कोर्ट में बात करना, और वो कोर्ट में 10 वकील लेके खड़ा मिलेगा, वहीं धक्का मुक्की शुरू होगी, वही मारपीट होगी। काफी पुलिस वालों के साथ भी मारपीट हुई है, जिसका बिहेव ठीक नहीं है। यू मस्ट बिहेव प्रॉपरली। तो लाइज विद द पुलिस एंड एडवोकेट ऑल्सो, ये बिल्कुल, अगर पुलिस वकील के बिना नहीं चल सकती, वकील पुलिस के, अगर केस नहीं होगा तो वकील क्या करेंगे? कुछ नहीं कर सकते, केस ही नहीं होगा तो करेंगे क्या? पुलिस को हमेशा एडवोकेट का शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहिए कि वे हमारी हेल्प भी करते हैं, और आगे भी सरकारी भी, और वकील को पुलिस का कि इनकी वजह से हमें ज्यादा पैसे मिल रहे हैं, ज्यादा एक्यूज अरेस्ट हो रहे हैं, उसे उसका करना चाहिए। अगर नहीं अरेस्ट होगा कोई, किसी को अरेस्ट नहीं करेंगे, कौन देगा? कोई नहीं देगा। अगर किसी का कोई केस नहीं है, आपको 100 रुपए नहीं देगा, केस होगा तो कई 1000 रुपए देगा, कहेगा कि मेरा केस है। देखना पड़ेगा कौन आई, जिसकी फीस भी ज्यादा है, एडवोकेट भी अच्छा है। तो आप जब भी आप आगे कोई पूछे आपसे व्हाई यू वांट टू बिकम ए एडवोकेट, यू मस्ट स्पीक आउट, नो हेजिटेशन। यदि मैं जानना चाहता हूँ, लॉ की नॉलेज है, और जो वैसे आ रहे हैं उनकी मदद करूंगा, आई विल हेल्प देम, ताकि कोई भी ऐसा है। अब आप कई बार चलते चलते आदमी देख लेते हैं, रिट लगा देते हैं कि रोड क्यों टूटा हुआ है, एमसीडी के खिलाफ। अभी मैं आपको वकील साहब बता रहा हूँ, एक ही वाज गोइंग ऑन द स्कूटर, और स्कूटर से जो वो दिन में गया, कोई ब्रेकर नहीं था, वेरी केयर इन द इवनिंग, ब्रेकर था, उस पे कोई निशान नहीं, क्योंकि अगर ब्रेकर है एमसीडी को उस पे व्हाइट पट्टी, पीली पट्टी पुट करनी पड़े, बट नहीं, वेरी केयर इन द इवनिंग, on the scooter he fell down and he got injury and the right leg fracture. अभी देखो वकील साहब हाई कोर्ट रिट है,
हाँ हाई कोर्ट में देखी, और हाई कोर्ट में बैरियर्स
और उसने कहा कि there was no any symbol and sign about the breaker, LCD is responsible for my leg, और हाई कोर्ट ने उसको कंपनसेशन दिया,
कंपनसेशन भी दिया और ब्रेकर्स भी हटवाए,
और ब्रेकर का भी हो गया,
हाँ ब्रेकर
लेकिन तो स्मूथली, ना कि ऊपर ऐसे स्लो, और सबके बाद सबके पीली पट्टी, लाल पट्टी की। एडवोकेट के जो है, आप ये देखिए, आप सोचते हैं कि मैं क्यों, यू मस्ट बी, कॉलेज में छोड़ा होने की जरूरत नहीं, कभी लेक्चर से भिड़ जाओ कि मैं एडवोकेट हूँ, जानते नहीं,
कॉलेज में लेक्चरर के एडवोकेट्स हैं।
यदि आप जानते नहीं, हम लेक्चर कर जाते हैं, कॉम्बिनेट तैयार कराओ जी, मैडम ने मुझे ऐसे कहा, प्रोफेसर, उनका काम आपको सिखा रहे हैं, जो सिखाता है, जो आपको टीच कर रहे हैं, उनकी 2 बातें सुननी भी चाहिए, और वो ध्यान से उसको आपको अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए। सेक्शन इज मस्ट, नॉलेज इज मस्ट। आप उसे किसी भी केस के बारे में सेक्शन आईपीसी के पूछ सकते हैं, एनी, यदि हमारे पड़ोस में ये था, उसका ये था, कुछ भी, आई कैन स्पीक आउट, आई नो, बिकॉज फर्स्ट आई लर्न ऑल सेक्शन, चोरी की क्या, डकैती क्या, रोबरी क्या, चीटिंग क्या, वुमेन्स की क्या है, वुमेन्स को क्या क्या फायदे होते हैं, सोसाइटी क्या क्यों किया, मोर देन 100-200 से ज्यादा तो मैं जो सोसाइटी केस है, घर वाले भाग जाते हैं, हम ऐसे पकड़ के, और सबसे पहले मैं डायरेक्टर साहब, क्योंकि काफी जो है, जैसे लड़कियां जो सुसाइड कर लेती हैं, थोड़ा सेंटिमेंटल होती हैं, कुछ घर वाले उनके ससुराल वाले तंग कर देते हैं, उनको डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए अपने घर, लेटर लिखना चाहिए, मैसेज करना चाहिए, मैं दुखी हूँ, परेशान हूँ, सी मस्ट नो द कंप्लेंट इन द CAW सेल, बट वो कैसे भी है, लटक जाते हैं। जब मैं जाता था सबसे पहले ऐसे बोलता था उसे, ऐसे, ये मैं आपकी पूरी तफ्तीश करूंगा, अगर किसी की आत्मा घुसे तो उनमें घुसना, हमारे स्टाफ मैं सबसे पहले करता था, क्योंकि कुछ आदमी मानते हैं, कुछ होते हैं, लेकिन हम अवश्य मानते हैं। एवरीथिंग इन वर्क, एवरीथिंग आपके एंटी हो जाएगा सब कुछ। He knows about it also. जो नहीं जानता वो फंस भी जाता है। मैं recently I was Madhugar area, so I visited in the police station Gandhipur, that was also under Madhugar police station. So there were more than 8 or 9 advocates, and they were crying. क्या हो तुम कैसे उठाना चाहते हो? लाइट तो दिया, and I asked, भाभी call them, what is the problem? Both they came, all they came, more than 8 to 9. Yes sir, we are the all advocates. और जो सभी सेक्टर है, he did not behave properly. He doesn't know how to behave the advocates. Then I calmed them. Okay, sit down. And I told him, "Kevi, go find money, I lost." And then I showed up to him. Kevi, you must behave properly with the advocate. आप जब एडवोकेट जाएंगे, बनेंगे, आप जब ब्लैक कोट पहनेंगे, आप उसी से आप ब्रेव हो जाओगे, बोल्ड हो जाओगे। आपका ज्यादा समय नहीं लेते, काफी देर हो गई है और मेरे पास बातें की मैं कई घंटे बोल सकता हूँ, लेकिन समय का अभाव है, इसलिए आप आगे आगे हमारी बेस्ट विशेष है, अच्छे एडवोकेट बने, बड़े एडवोकेट बने। और कभी जैसे आईपीसी, सीआरपीसी, आईपीसी का जब भी आएगा तो मैं डायरेक्टर साहब को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, जब भी आएगा तो हमें आगे अवश्य कॉल करें, ताकि बच्चों की हौसला अफजाई के लिए और स्टूडेंट को हम आगे बढ़ाएं और आपके स्कूल का, आपके कॉलेज का नाम रोशन हो। थैंक यू डायरेक्टर साहब फॉर कॉलिंग मी एंड थैंक्स एवरीबॉडी एंड जय हिंद, जय भारत, शुक्रिया।
Whether as a corporate lawyer or an advocate in any of the district court, high court or Supreme Court, as your career progresses. But it is always said, to become a good person, you must have a good mentor. Whether it is in teaching or whether it is in any other profession, you need a guru who will guide you throughout the course of your life, throughout the course of your profession, so that you become a first good human being and second, a good professional in your life. There are too many advocates around. You go to the court, you will find many advocates with black coats. All of them have power, as I could listen to them today.
Sure.
But would you like to become like a lawyer sitting in a small office, or would you like to become a Ram Jethmalani or a Kapil Sibal or an advocate of that stature? If you have to become an advocate of that stature, as the Dean said, as the advocate here said, as the ACP said, we need to work hard. If you are interviewed by Kapil Sibal, as Sir said, as ACP said, he can ask you any IPC, he can ask you any section during the interview, and you need to speak to him verbatim without referring anything. That's the level of reading that you have to do when you are here as a student and when you are moving ahead in your profession as a lawyer, because every day is a day when you have to go in for doing legal research. The more you do research, the better equipped you are and the better arguments you are able to do in your court. Right? When it comes to clients, they would expect that you should be able to win the case in not more than 1, 2 or maximum 3 days. But then those are the lawyers who are going to charge you 2 lakh rupees per visit or per hearing, and they will make you free in just 3 hearings. That's the power we are talking about. That's your mission. That's the big result which I am talking of. And that is why I say big results require big ambitions. Are you ready with your ambitions? Because you are here to achieve big results. Welcome to this institution where you are going to study law for next 5 years. And when we are talking of orientation today, we are trying to create a right bent of mind, a right thought process, because on day 1 you should start thinking, talking like a lawyer, because you have to become like a lawyer, and in fact a lawyer after 5 years down the line. When we are talking of this orientation program, there are certain important things which you have to learn in this orientation program, because you are a student of this institution. And it is not only related to the learnings of the law, but there are another learnings which you have to learn here being a part of this institution. What is this orientation all about? It's about your timing. When I stress on timing, you also have to reach the court on time. जब भी hearing है, उससे 5 मिनट पहले आपको अपने client के साथ होना है. हो सकता है 10 मिनट पहले. Because the client will start feeling panic if you are not there with him or her. So timing is very important, and when I talk of timing, it is not only in the court, but the timing is important in the class. Because when we start teaching, and if you miss the first 10 minutes of the class, you will not be able to understand the remaining class. So the discipline of the timing has to start from the training that is in this institution. You'll get a glimpses of the days to come. Today when I invited the guests here, Bharat was a faculty member, a teacher, the dean from Guru Gobind Singh College of Commerce, who is the ultimate head looking after the two programs. She is a teacher, an advocate who is practicing in the High Court, a police person who is dealing with criminals and who is dealing with all types of cases, and hence the idea was to give you a glimpse of the people whom we are going to interact in days to come. First are the teachers, that is we. You interacted with the dean in the same sequence. Second is the lawyer, because they will be your peers. You are going to face the advocate in the court. You are going to work with the advocate in the court, in your office. You are going to work under an advocate as a mentor, and ultimately you will get your cases to police stations. That was the glimpse and the idea of calling 3 people from different walks of life in this orientation session, so that you get the orientation right in the very first minute. You have to get adjusted to the system and its value system. When I talk of its value system, we believe in your attendance. The Bar Council of India also says that your attendance must be 70% in the educational institution. The Dean has also rightly said, we'll go in for internship during the break time, not during the classes. No institution would permit that. So as you move along and as you talk to me related to your internships, and as you talk to your faculty members in days to come related to your internship, please be clear, your internship no objection certificates will be given during the break time when there is no teaching, no exam. And you maintain a bare minimum attendance of 70%, which is the basic requirement of the legal education by the Bar Council of India. If you have to register in Bar Council of India, I'm talking about this on day 1. You will be requiring an attendance certificate with the signature of the director to be submitted to Bar Council of India, and hence day 1 this information is very clear to you. You are required in college, you are required in class, you are required to have your attendance on the ERP, you are required to have your attendance on the register file of the faculty member. That's the importance of attendance. In this orientation, you will also get to know about your teachers, the grading systems that we follow, the examination system, attendance norms, and code of conduct. When it comes to code of conduct, we expect the lawyers to wear formal clothes because you have joined a profession which believes in black and white. When I speak black and white, you have to write more, you have to wear black and white, you have to appear in black and white in the court. So your life ultimately will be black and white as you practice, right? And when I say black and white, you will have to make it look like what is black, what is white. And you will have to clearly demarcate between the two. I'm not talking about black and white of Ashtak. You have to know your alumni, because alumni in the law profession are the people who will be doing well in their life, who are ahead of you, and they will be acting like your mentors and the role models. So keep track of what your alumni members are doing. Since they have studied from this institution, they will have a soft heart for you because you are their junior. Know your peers. The set of students who are sitting here are the peer lawyers whom you should be knowing and with whom you are going to work in days to come. So every student of your class is a link which you have to develop and maintain in the rest of the life, because these contacts are your networks. So we always say, if you are not networking, you are not creating your networks. And lawyers also have to create that type of network, because you have to interact with your peers. You may be contesting a case for opponents. In court, you may be appearing for your opponents, but outside, you have to be friends. So know your peers well and understand the institute well, because institute has certain expectations from you in days to come. We want that you should come up with the flying colors, but those colors will be created by the hard work which you are going to do. Black and white are two colors, but we want multiple colors, because the life is full of colors. What are the important things you must remember as a student of this institution? Passing in exams is required, because ultimately the university is going to give you the degree, and that is what you are here for. But you are not here only for this purpose. That is an outcome which is going to happen when you are putting in the efforts for which you are here. Passing of papers, environmental studies, environmental laws is there. It's an important paper. Don't take it lightly. Take your continuous examination seriously. Take your online feedback mechanism seriously, because we listen to you. When you are giving a good feedback, we understand everything is fine. If there is a deviation in the feedback, we have a concern, and we will listen to your concerns. Send me mail on director.gibbs@geetarathan.edu.in, because that's the distance we have as a student and as a teacher. So I am always accessible to you on this email. Right? So you can note down this email. Feel free to write to me in case of any concern, but the concern has to be genuine, and the concern should be worth considering. Believe in all-round personality development. It is not only the domain knowledge, but it's a holistic personality of a lawyer. The type of stress as a lawyer which you are going to face in the court will be that in a day you start working in the morning at 9 a.m. reaching the court, preparing for your cases the night before, and you will be free from the court by 5, working on the cases which are coming next day. If you are physically fit, only then you will be able to give justice to your profession, to your clients. Keep checking the ERP on continuous basis for attendance and other circulars, because we are a silent campus. Most of the things will come on ERP. ERP is available to you on your mobile phone also by the app called Edu Marshall, which you can start downloading if you want to download just now. It's an app which you can. Teaching someone to do something is like relearning it yourself. We also learn with you. Every day when we are imparting the knowledge to you, whatever we have gained in the past, we are also adding knowledge to our reservoir, so that we can give you more and more and more. That's how we work. If you are too weak to overcome your habits that obviously are bad for you, your future is indeed bleak. Listen to this very carefully. While temporary pleasures may accompany bad habits, they are in long run detrimental. Avoid using cell phones in the classroom. Avoid remaining outside the classroom in the cafeteria for a long time. In nutshell, what I am saying is, avoid bunking the classes. It will be of no use. But at no point of time I am saying don't enjoy your college life, because it is believed no life without college, no knowledge without college. So it's a platform that you are having where you are going to gain all type of knowledge, filter that particular knowledge which is useful for you, filter out that particular knowledge which is not required for you. So this amounts to saying that you usually know the right thing to do, the hard part is doing it. And the very first thing which I am asking you to do is be punctual, be here in the campus before 9 a.m. because 9 a.m. we start with our classes. When you reach late to the class, you hurt us, you disturb others, you disrespect us. But every time if you give us an excuse, there was a traffic jam, I had a puncture in my motorcycle or car, this is acceptable once or twice, but not every time. Do not burn your bridge before you cross it. You are moving on the bridge, a bridge which is connecting you and your teachers together. That's the bridge I am talking about. So avoid arguments with your teachers. We are there for you and we are working for you. We understand what is good for you. There is no need to argue. Just put your things in the right way at the right time and we are listening to you. Turn your limitations into beautiful privileges. Don't run away from tough specializations which may come across you. Even if you have to work individually to learn a particular subject, be prepared for it. Hard things done today brings pleasures tomorrow. And pleasures today will bring hardship tomorrow. Remember this. Take more pictures of people than places. अपने आसपास के लोगों को understand करो. Understand your friends. These are the people which I am talking of. Capture the memories with your faculty members. Capture the memories with the advocates with whom you are going to work in days to come. Capture the memory right from day one and cherish those memories. Do what is right, not what is easy. For the reason, easy things can be done by everyone. Everyone can do those easy things. But you are not a person to do easy things. You are here learning the right things. And right things sometimes are difficult. Quick rich are more dangerous than poor. Profession में ऊपर जाना जरूरी है. You need to climb up the ladder fast, but not so fast that you don't learn the important things of that profession and create a vacuum in the knowledge at some point of time in your life. There are no shortcuts to hard work. Always remember that. There are a few things which I am going to speak from teacher's point of view, and I think on day one this is very important, which each one of you should understand, of when the teachers get hurt in the class. And if you understand us, I will also speak on your behalf because it's an orientation session and we are also understanding your viewpoint. So we get hurt when you talk among yourselves unnecessarily. Students ignore the instructor. You ignore us. We feel hurt. You ask questions to underrate the instructor. We never avoid questions. But don't try to underrate your faculty members. Students make unwarranted comments. There is no need. We belong to a civilized society. Students throw surprises and shocks. And sometimes when you come late in the classroom, we don't like it. This was our opinion. And this is what we wanted to share. But we do understand your feelings also. Undermining by the instructor, we understand, will hurt you. We will never do that. Lack of integrity and fairness on the part of the instructor will not happen in this institute. We will find that. Harsh treatment by the instructor will never be seen. But in case you enter into an argument, try to stop that argument there itself. Lack of support from the instructor will never happen. We are always there to support you, and I am always there to give you guidance. Unprofessional behavior of the instructor we will always avoid. Ignoring students' questions and concerns we never do in the class. Instructors are teaching focused. We are teaching focused, but we are also taking care of your holistic development. So it is not only teaching happening in the classes, there are a lot many events which are also being done in the institution, and we believe that you will full-heartedly participate in those events, because those events are meant for you. This is just the beginning, the orientation session. You will come across many judges, many lawyers, many advocates in days to come will be sharing their experiences through different events. As teachers in this institution, we have certain roles and we make it clear on day one. We are instructor, we are your mentor. We are also a sculptor who is building upon your personality. We are your guide. We are also your friend, but there is a thin demarcation. Friendship is to a particular limited extent. We are not like the friends who are sitting along with you, with whom you can discuss everything. We are sometimes your toxic boss, because if you are doing something wrong, it's our responsibility to let you understand what is right. And sometimes we are aloof performers because we also do research for ourselves that is important for our career. We are your graders because ultimately we have to give marks to you, and we are also a teacher, and over and above all the things, we are a learner. So we keep on learning things every day as and when we are progressing in our life. There are certain expectations which I would like to fix up with all my students on day one. Learn for yourself so that you can use it. You don't have to learn for us. Passing examination, getting good grades should be an outcome of your learning. But it should not be done for the reason that you rectify the things and then after the examination you forget everything. That type of learning is not going to bring any advantage to you as a student. Care and share for others. Don't fight. If you find your interests are not matching, there is no reason for any conflict. We can part ways at that point of time, and we can avoid conflicts. Maintain proper attendance so that you are honest to yourself and the learning for which you are here. Grab opportunities that help you learn and improve your personality. So all events which are happening here are happening for you, to groom you. Whenever there is an event coming up, some of you should come forward, act like coordinators, the others should be there in the audience to learn what is happening on that day and then rotate. The coordinators become the audience then some of you become the coordinators. So that's how keep on rotating, keep on learning things in the class. Meet me with a promising mind. If you come up with complaints, come up with solutions also of how we can sit and discuss the solution to understand which is the best solution for you in that particular situation. For the reason you as a lawyer is going to support your counsel or your client by giving him the solutions. The profession you are in is a profession where you have to learn to give solutions through logic. That's the part of your training. Your eligibility to meet me. First, what's that? You're able to read it? 75% attendance is must. Commitment to your career and yourself. Regularity. Respect for others. Attitude, which is promising. Excellence in every walk of life in which you are in. And an attitude of succeeding. Not fearing any type of failures. Failures are bound to be there to make us successful on another day. Have a great career and wonderful learning at Geeta Rattan International Business School. We welcome you with open hands. Thank you so much. Enjoy your college life. Enjoy your learning. Welcome once again.